Good day. Welcome to SME Pinoy's Business Insight. This week, we'll be talking about the importance of business finance. Do you know that less than 1% of startup businesses succeed or survive beyond 5 years? In the pandemic, maybe it's even half of that. Just 0.5% of businesses survive during the pandemic. One of the main causes of the closures are lack of sales and marketing. They just create the product, then try to sell it, open a open an FB account, deliver it, and maybe get a supplier. Most of the activities are here. But in the internal part of running a business, you need to have finance. You need to have do HR, even if you're, as I keep saying, sole proprietor. In your one of your functions, you need to act as an HR manager and finance. Think of legal, IT, research and development, and purchasing. So these are the things that you need to monitor in your business if you want to succeed. That and finance is one of the most important things that you need to do, even though it's a bitter pill. Even I'm already an engineer and I like doing math, but for me, doing the finance or accounting is something I don't like doing. It's hard to explain. So you can just see at this slide the net profit margins. You need to keep computing things like that to monitor the how your business is doing. But usually this is you're just measuring the profitability of the company, and you're doing it at the end of the year or when the business close, or you don't do it every day, you don't do it monthly, you don't do it regularly. So how do you monitor what is happening in your business during every day, daily, what we call in IT the real time? This is the tool that you use cash flow. So every day, or even at the every hour or at the exact minute, you should be able to monitor the money coming in from sales, and the money you'll be coming out, that you need to pay for rent, for your taxes, for your wages, and everything that you need to pay. So you need to even monitor if you have enough money to pay for these expenses. So this is one of the most important thing that you need to monitor in the business. A lot of businesses are closing, are not surviving more than 5 years because they fail to monitor their cash flow. That is why I made my this kind of template which I taught in my previous uh, webinars, that you should monitor the the sales and the expenses for each month, or up to date it whenever you do paid something or you get sales. You try to keep updating this Excel file. That is also the importance of having an accounting system, because for just one click and you get a dashboard, you can see how your money is, how your cash flow is. Is it in the red, meaning you have more expenses than sales, and or green, you're earning and you're comfortable, so you can sit back on the beach like where I am right now and enjoy your business or the profits of your business. So aside from monitoring your cash flow, which is knowing the status of your business anytime, not just its probability at the end of the year, you also need to maintain your business compliance. So what is your business compliance? Monthly, you need to file for your BIR, average twice a month. If you're a corporation, if you're a sole proprietor, I think it's once every quarter. SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig for your employees, you need to do it monthly, not only for your employees but also for yourself. Annual renewal, you need to renew your permit with the barangay and the LGU, which is the city or municipality. Then you also need to file your annual income tax return, ITR, or the 1701 with the BIR. Then these financials you need to submit with the SEC if you're a corporation. And also you need to submit your GIS or the status of your corporator's address and everything, a background of your corporation. So you need to do this annually twice. But as some of you may not know, it is harder to close a business than to start a new one. I have learned this a very painful way. I started when I started doing business, I was opening companies, corporations left and right. But when they failed, I I was not a lot of them. I'm still trying to close right now. It has been some of them are has been I have closed for more than 10 years. But if you're really focused in closing your business, it will take at least 6 months. Opening of business, it will take at least 3 to 4 months, and closing is longer, at least 6 months. So if you saw my past webinars, you can see that it's also the same way as opening a business. In closing, you start with the decision to close because this is what the LGU, the barangay, the BAR will monitor. Then this is what needs to be printed in the barangay permit. When was your decision to close? So the barangay permit would have that specific date, and this is what you will use in the BHS permit, BAR SEC, SSP, Health Pag-ibig. In case you forgot about this to close your business, or you're too busy to close your business, you at least need to keep on filing the two things I mentioned per month. You still need to keep on filing this monthly even though you're not operating. You file zero sales. Because if you don't do that, the meter is running. If you're a corporation and you're tasked to file twice a month, so you are charged 1,000 per month per per form that you were not filing. So if you're a corporation and you need to file 2 times a month, so that's 1,000 times 2, that's 2,000 per month. An example, you're operating for 5 years. You close your business for 5 years and not operating. So that's 60 times 2, 120. That's 120,000 pesos of just penalties. Then that includes the penalties for not closing your business. So you can see how painful it is. So you think maybe I'll just let it go, let BAR continue running the meter. But what will happen if I don't close it? If in case you decide to open a new business in another LGU or another BIR regional center or center, you need to close it in that BIR before you can open a new one in the other BIR. Even if you're just a partner, a small partner of the corporation, you need to close the other business. Otherwise, you cannot open a new one. If you're an employee and you transfer work, you cannot, because the RDO, the BIR RDO, the new employer needs to get your TIN or your files from the old RDO where you're working or you have a business and move it to the new one. The RDO will not facilitate the transfer. They will not transfer your name to the new employer. What will happen? The employer will not be able to give you their salary, or maybe give you for 6 months, but then they may need to to uh, to stop giving you salary until you be able to transfer your team from the old RDO to the new one, and means closing the old RDO. So you can see all the hassles if you open a business and fail to close it. So that is it for this week on the importance of finance, business finance. I hope you learned something this week. And I hope you not only learn it, but you need to do it, because it is really important when running a business. So thank you and good day.